Tell me something.
Truman, did you know that the Kansas City Chiefs are your back-to-back Super Bowl champions?
Dahm, that's true. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host of the most Truman Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined here by the bomb. Dahm.
I was really hoping.
No,
you'd
wait.
still do
Owen Dahm. Sorry.
Oh no.
I forgot it just took so long. See, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Whenever you chop alone, it starts to feel a little weird.
No.
No? All right. No. Welcome everybody.
It doesn't feel weird.
Welcome
You
everybody.
know why?
Why?
Because there was a petition to bring back the chop from a whole bunch of Native Americans.
Yeah, but there's also
I also saw
there's
one that
always
were trying to ban
petitions
it.
about everything. I don't know. Yeah, right. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Petitions aren't real, you know. Right. So, all right.
Yeah, that's true.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Dahm. That's true. Today. Hold on. Damn it! I thought I got the click, and I thought it was ready. I thought it was ready to move on. Today. Come on, you knew what it was gonna be. Come on, you already know. Chief Super Bowl gloat off.
Hate to say we told you so.
Back. Oh, and crack that champagne.
All right, baby.
Got another bottle of champagne.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
Oh,
Truman, how many bookmarks did you tweet at after the game? I had a
actually,
couple.
I didn't tweet at many bookmarks.
Did you have bookmarks though?
I did, and I decided to. You don't need to. It's Andre. You just turn it, buddy. Do not. All right. Also, I will say, so we were down here in the basement last night watching the game. This is where we had two crowds. So we had upstairs in the nice living room with the nice TV that's mounted over the the fireplace, and all the food was up there, or a lot of the food was up there. And then down here, we essentially just had Gremlin yell at the TV basement. And I would say there was I think more people ended up down here.
Yeah, we had in a surprising turn of events, Joe's girlfriend, who's a very mild-mannered person.
Couple girlfriends and wives on
apparently is a sports yeller. So she came down here with us because she's like, I'll be yelling at the TV. I can't be upstairs with them.
Yeah, basically downstairs was yell at the TV, and upstairs was really enjoy yourself, have a good time. And so we were down here leading the yell at TV charge.
Yep.
And Tina was upstairs really holding it down for the reasonably watch a football game. Oh.
Does that feel better than last week, Truman?
It does. It does.
Well, I'm holding it wrong, but I'm also not quite full yet.
All right, well. But, so that was we, honestly, a great time down here. And a great time upstairs also. All right, anybody who's listening to this, if you came, thanks for coming. Absolutely. We had 30, 40 people again.
Yeah,
I'd say,
just like normal.
Hell yeah.
I was getting worried on the side of the Raytown boys.
What?
Because they didn't show up till later, and normally they're there before me.
Yeah,
but this time, obviously they helped set up this time. So.
Right, yeah. They showed up right on
All
time.
the hussy
Yep,
it can eat, you know?
Nice.
Like a sugar cube.
Just,
Thank you, Hannah Learns to Read, for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. Nice stash, Owen. Proud of you.
Thank you. It's just coming into form now. I need a couple more weeks, and then I'll have to trim it a little bit, and then it'll actually
The
look
stash
good.
for me starts after Valentine's Day. I've got 2 more days of being stashless. I'm definitely got to shave tomorrow morning just to really be nice to Tina. But and then, but here's the thing. Even with my stash, it comes in okay.
Truman's stash actually does come in pretty good.
But for whatever reason, it does not show up on film.
No, he's a really light
I'll
mustache.
be 3 weeks into this, and it'll be a good stash that creeps out people who see me in person. But in pictures and stuff, it just won't show up. So you guys won't see it on.
You got a light color staff.
You'll just have to trust me on this one.
But yes, thank you, Hannah Learns to Read. We're glowing today. It's a nice day. It's a good day. It's a good day for the good boys.
A dynasty. It is officially a dynasty. There's no doubt.
The MILFs have been all
question.
over me the last week, he says, about his mustache.
Also, real quick, Hannah Learns to Read. I need to tell you this. So, he is planning I don't think this reveals too much, if the guy whose bachelor party it is doesn't know. He's planning a bachelor party in Kansas City. I don't know if you saw the schedule that he posted, but on one of those days he had posted lunch. Do you know where they were going for lunch?
I did see this. Insane.
Famous Dave's. That is, as a Kansas
Crime.
City, that makes me want to pull my skin off, buddy. It's people want to understand it outside Kansas City. There's hundreds of barbecue restaurants in Kansas City. You can't go to Famous Dave's.
I understand why it was there because Famous Dave's is
that's why you posted it as a joke, or you posted it so that we would tell you not to go.
It's
very important on which one you're
if
saying.
he knew that he was posting it and we would object to it, that's actually very funny. But I was gonna be on the other side of just understanding if he actually wanted to go there for a second because Famous Dave's is like everywhere.
If Famous Dave's is fine, is what I'll say. Just pick the highest rated, closest to the casino, knowing nothing else.
It's highest rated?
Yeah, that tells you more about people who Google review as opposed to the restaurants around the casino.
Yeah, I guess actually.
Yeah, we'll figure out a good place. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'll take a look at it. Tell me, we'll have to talk about which casino it is, and we can talk through it. So,
but yeah, back to the topic at hand. Truman, the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of barbecue, another good round of meat for the Super Bowl party.
Oh yeah,
I don't toot my horn too much. The brisket, not as good as the Bengals brisket.
No, that one was crazy.
The brisket finished at like noon, and I had to figure out a way to like let it sit long enough to cut it at like 4. So it just dried out a little, I think.
And nothing really went wrong at the party. We had one mishap, but no harm, no foul there.
Yeah, he cleaned it all up.
The food was good. The dessert was good. I didn't eat any of it because I was too dang nervous.
Was awesome, apparently, really awesome.
I didn't have
the best one you've ever.
I haven't had a single. Didn't have a single bite.
It was good.
But the game was good. I think the funniest part about this Super Bowl was that it was an awful game up until 2 minutes left into the third quarter.
Much like last year's game. It's the inverse of last year's game, right? Where last year's game, everybody was like, "This Super Bowl has been awesome. So many turnovers, so much scoring. It's been so exciting."
And controversy at the end.
Good night for you. Hell yeah, Trit. And then into the game, the penalty happens, the holding happens. Everybody goes, we got robbed of a great ending. Everybody talks about the Bradbury hold. Nobody talks about everything else that led us to that point. Mahomes fighting through his ankle injury. The Chiefs still being 10 down at halftime and coming all the way back. All of that is lost because of a terrible ending.
The way it ended.
This game will be the reverse of that. Everything will be forgiven. A game that was 19-19 because each team had kicked 4 field goals and scored 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
That'll be totally forgotten and totally forgiven because it was a great overtime with a walk-off win.
Yeah, great play on offense and defensively. Everybody on both teams really balling out.
And
sacks, fumbles, interception.
I will say everybody in Kansas City. I would have to say probably 70% of Kansas City was probably yelling at their TV about why the Chiefs weren't hiking it quicker.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Which, for the record, I believe Tony Romo apparently was explaining it while probably everybody was yelling at the TV. But apparently, in playoff overtime, or the way it's because it was only 15 minutes, because it's a whole 15 minutes, basically just like adding quarters on. So like,
I'm still not sure.
Ran out of time.
I'm still not sure if that's correct.
No, because we would have had a 2-minute warning if you'd run out of time. There was no 2-minute warning.
I guess.
Because I remember even saying, why is there no 2-minute warning? And everybody's like, well, I don't know. Also, it's insane to me that they play it like another quarter, but you can't challenge.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. But speaking of overtime, apparently the Niners hadn't been coached on the overtime rules.
I saw that. That was like
that's like get you fired.
Like Chiefs were like, we had an entire debrief about it and what we would do because we talked about it as we were going on. I was talking to people as the flip comes in. It's like, I think if you win the coin toss, you defer.
Yeah.
I was like, because you get the ball no matter what, you'd rather go second. It's just like college overtime. You always want to go second, and then in second overtime, you might have to go first, but you'd rather always go second to just know what the other team does.
Yeah, just so you know if you need a field goal to tie, a 2-pointer to win. Yeah. But yeah, it's just super weird that because the Chiefs players were all saying, oh yeah, we were drilled on it in training camp, and then again before each playoff game, and then again before the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's like, and apparently the Niners didn't do that at all, which is unacceptable, honestly, as a coach. If I'm a Niners fan, I'm super pissed hearing that.
Pretty rich, it's the rule because we railed the Bills. So people have been saying that. The flip side of that is that we still didn't see the rule that got changed because of the Bills. The Bills rule that got changed is if the 49ers would have scored a touchdown, the Chiefs being able to go would have done that. I guess the only thing it should change is how you do that coin toss. That's the only thing that the Bills rule changes, that you want to go second in overtime now.
Yeah.
And it still didn't change anything for Kyle Shanahan, that fucking moron. Like Chris Jones, like they had a debrief. Chris Jones is like, yes, we knew about the rules. We know how it works. We knew that we wanted the ball second and that we would have gone for 2 if they would have scored a touchdown. That is how crazy how just of a football. That's a football guy right there.
Oh,
Andy
shit.
Reid's a football guy.
Look at Logan's in the chat. Pat McAfee laid out an alternate universe with a Niners score, and the whole team runs out onto the field because they think the game's over, but it's not over.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw people talk about that, where it was like that would have been funny. It also would have been funny, like especially for everybody. There would have been people who didn't know about the time, especially on the Niners sideline. That if the Chiefs would have just let the time run out, they all would have gone, oh my God, we won, and just ran out there. I bet.
That would have been a penalty.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have mattered. It just would have been a fresh set of downs, probably. Also, goddamn it, if Isaiah Pacheco runs in that, they would. Considering, I'm even more mad because they had time. That if they just would have handed off the ball to Isaiah Pacheco, I would have won $500 more.
Yeah, and Travis Kelce.
You two look like the same person at different stages of a weight loss journey. You know what? I'll take that. That's fair.
Well, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're on the way up. I'm on the way down. I'm just kidding. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a first time chat. Also, that's insane.
Yeah.
Reminds me, we need to change our category. But
yeah. Oh, we're still on food.
Yeah. But
what were we saying? What were we talking about? Niners running out.
Yeah. Oh, I wish they would have handed it off to Isaiah Pacheco, especially since apparently they had unlimited time.
Yeah, I guess.
Not even one handoff to Isaiah Pacheco. But listen, I'm not going to complain too much about the Dubs. Not going to complain too much when we get a fat Dubski.
Yeah. It's crazy how much the game changed because of fluke plays, like CMC first fumble and like 700 rushes or whatever.
Yeah.
Pacheco first fumble in like 300 rushes.
I feel like he's fumbled this
Well,
year,
well,
right?
probably more, a little bit less than that. But you're not expecting either of those, and then the punt off the back of the dude's heel.
Mahomes hadn't thrown an interception in like 317 pass attempts.
Yeah, threw an interception and a bad one too.
That was a bad one. He's pressing it at that point.
But yeah, there's crazy. Oh, block! Don't forget the block point
Extra
after.
Point, yeah.
That made the
changed
game
the game.
possible. Yeah,
That changed the
absolutely, it's huge.
Although I know everybody's like, well, that changed the game. That totally changes it. Yes and no, right? So them blocking that just meant that the Chiefs weren't as aggressive at the end of the game. The only thing that might have changed is the Chiefs would have taken 2 legitimate shots at scoring at the end of the game there.
The box PAT kept it hitting the under.
I think it was going to hit under either way for the exact same reason.
It was like 48.5, right?
Yeah, if the Niners get that and then they're up, 20-16, and then the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs go for it and they either get it or they don't get it. That game
47.5. So it hit 47 exactly.
Yeah, which was crazy.
I could have told you the under. All those analysts that were picking like 31-20 Niners or 35-18 Chiefs. I'm like, guys, neither of these teams is scoring like. The winning team is going to score like over 20, and the losing team is going to be under 19.
I picked 30-20, and you know what?
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Not bad.
Yeah, I predicted something similar. I think I did my 31-23. That was dumb of me.
What did you pick?
I think I said 31-23 or 27-24, I think.
Maybe 31-27?
I don't know.
Oh, no, you picked 31-17.
Yeah, which was
so 48. I mean, you were one number off, honestly. But you would have picked the over. I was 3 numbers off, but I would have picked the over.
Yeah, I should have picked the under. I think it was obvious. I mean,
I told people all week. We talked about it. I think on Saturday you were like, "Oh, it's over. It's going over." I was like, if the Chiefs are going to win it, it needs to be under.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of brushed me
Well,
off.
and that was exciting about the game is that with this win, the Chiefs complete an entire season of holding opponents to less than 21 points.
Yes, the first team to do that since
the 2013 Seahawks.
The 2014 Chiefs, oddly enough, didn't allow a team at all to go over 30 points.
Did you see?
And
did you see the playoff stats?
No, what was it?
So, the Chiefs allowed 13.3 points per game in the playoffs,
Oh yeah.
which is the 4th lowest. Do you know what the point total is for the lowest ever in the playoffs allowed per game?
Probably that Ravens team that gave up. I bet they gave up. Oh, it was something insane. Like they scored, I think, more touchdowns than they allowed.
Like the defense did?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it. So I want to say they gave up 9.
Oh, didn't they just give up? Yeah, sorry. I said 21. I meant less than 28.
They never gave up 30.
Yeah, they never gave up 30.
No team scored 30. Not only did the defense not give it up, but it wasn't even like the Ravens defense never gave up 30 this year, but they had 2 games where like Lamar Jackson threw a pick 6 or there was a safety.
Right. But what was your guess for that?
9.
You're right. It was the Ravens. It was 5.8, which is just insane looking at the stat because it's like Ravens, 2000 Ravens at 5.8. Then there's the Seahawks is up there. But they're like 11.3,
right? Yeah, it's like a
12, and then the Chiefs at 13.3. But yeah, Ravens at 5.8 points per game in the playoffs.
Yeah,
can you imagine that? You're like, hey, who's the quarterback for the 2000 Ravens?
Trent Dilfer.
Hey Trent, we need you to get us in field goal range twice, and we'll win.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Literally, don't turn the ball over. In fact, we'll probably score ourselves, so just don't worry about it.
Yeah, that team was insane. But yeah. Really exciting Super Bowl. Once again, I'll say it again. It was awful until it wasn't, and then it got really exciting. But the main thing is that what made the first and second half different than the Rams-Pats Super Bowl is that in the Rams-Pats Super Bowl, you felt it was more of the offense like flubbing than the defense playing well.
Yep.
I think this game was more of both defenses just playing well because like there was pass breakups and blitzes. And, Brock Purdy obviously missed some throws, and so did Mahomes. Well, obviously, Purdy missed more than Mahomes. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like Brock Purdy didn't even play a bad game, I don't think.
I told somebody that this team felt a lot like the 2018 Patriots run did, where it was just like that was the run where everybody's like, nobody wants you to do this, man.
Right.
Like they kept winning, and then they go into Arrowhead and they beat like the MVP that everybody loves, and everybody's like, God damn it, dude.
Right.
And they're like, I'm not even going to watch the Super Bowl because it was also the Rams on the other side. And everybody's like, I wanted to watch the Saints, not the Rams. And it's like, oh my God.
That's too bad.
And then it's a bad Super Bowl that's defense heavy where it's like, damn,
And then God. the fourth quarter happened, and it was like, oh, wait.
Well, no, that Patriots Super Bowl was bad all the way through. It was literally 13-3. It was like never mattered.
Yeah, Drew Tom would have been awesome. Never got to see it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Drew Mahomes. The only other person to get a vote that year. It is insane to me that Patrick Mahomes in 16 games had 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns and wasn't unanimous because Drew Brees simply had some comebacks.
No, don't forget, it was because his touchdown to interception ratio was so high.
Yeah.
He had like 30 touchdowns and 8 picks.
Right. And Lamar Jackson just had like 3,600 yards and 24 touchdowns while adding like 800 on the ground and like
10 or whatever.
6 touchdowns, I think, on the ground also. But insane that's MVP numbers now in 17 games. And Mahomes and people were like, he should have been unanimous. Why are you voting for Josh Allen? And people will be like, but people with Mahomes when he did 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
Wasn't it
like,
only
well,
one? Wasn't it only one vote or two for Drew Brees?
I think it was at least one. It might have been like 3. More, honestly. Here, it was
really silly.
Aaron Rodgers Classic. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like Aaron Rodgers, either his 2 that he won like back to back, I think were like, oh, okay. I think they were like,
yeah, but yeah, I've been clowning Brock Purdy. He had a great game,
but great touchdown.
He maybe should have had 1 interception. Yeah. But Ayuk was all over that. Didn't let Trent McDuffie have that one.
He threw some balls that were heavily defended, if that makes sense.
Right, but I don't think any of them were like that should have been picked. Like not like the one that bounced off of Nick Bolton's face mask in the Ravens game.
Yeah.
There were no like awful throws like that.
That's fair.
Shout out to that one voter.
Drew Brees got 9 votes.
That's crazy.
He had under 4,000 yards. He had 32 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Mahomes had 5,097, 50 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
I do racially motivated for sure. Yeah, I mean, there was somebody who voted for Josh Allen the whole year.
But honestly,
I mean, it could be, honestly.
I support that guy because I'm right. No, no, because it's almost like the fucking MLB Hall of Fame voters, where they're like, well, we can't vote this guy in on the first ballot. Only certain people get to go in on the first ballot. I would say that only some people deserve to win unanimous MVP, and I'm not sure Lamar deserved it this year.
Yeah,
I think voting for like Josh Allen is a little silly, but Dak Prescott.
It should have been Christian McCaffrey, but because
Brock Purdy could have got a vote. Brock Jones, who the fuck? Is Brock?
It should have been Christian McCaffrey, but everyone was off their rocker with game manager Brock Purdy. But I think Brock Purdy did prove that he should be a starting quarterback in the NFL, actually, in the right system anyway.
I think he's in the perfect spot for him. Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy deserve each other. Whoa. Don't clink an empty glass.
Oh, my bad.
Whoa.
I love you so.
How many beers did you have last night?
Hella.
I feel like you did have a lot of beers.
I did.
At the party, how many did you have? Do you know?
I think it was 6. Tall boys. It was like 6 tall boys. I had a lot.
I was thinking, because I was trying to like count like how many I had, and then I was like, man, you were mansplaining to Evan about how to drink water. So I was like, how many did Owen have?
The main thing I need to recognize about myself, and I've done this when we go to the bar, when we go to Peace, is that when I'm watching sports, I just nervous drink. Yeah. Like, I just drink whatever liquid is in front of me. So I need to put water in front of me more.
That's funny. Yeah, like, because that's like, I had like 3 beers in the first half, I think.
Yeah.
And then I just switched to like soda in the second half.
I should have done that. Well, you needed to switch to the Peace Cup with Dr. Pepper for the Juju.
It's true. It was good luck.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody at our party that everyone moved seats. Obviously, that won us the game.
Yeah, the first half we were all sitting in, like, so some people were on the couch. I was, like, over by my computer. And then we had, there was, like, 20 people down here. And then Owen's like, listen, we gotta switch it up. We got to do something. We all moved around. I moved across to the other side. Some people that were on the ground, I was like, people who are on the ground get chairs. Somebody else has to move on to the ground. I was going to sit on the ground. And then I came back downstairs from, like, the halftime show because I spent that upstairs.
Me and Trent took the ground.
Yep. Which was clutch.
That was solid. Great move. We played a much better second half.
And it doesn't matter. All the fourth quarter was pretty much standing up, honestly.
Oh, yeah. No one was sitting.
Especially overtime. Overtime was especially standing up.
Overtime was scary. Oh, my gosh. Overtime was scary. Because they were moving the ball, and then they weren't. And I think the most damning stat of the whole game is that we stopped the Niners' run game there in the second half. Like, it was good in the first half, and then they were getting negative EPA on handoffs in the second half.
I think that's the thing about playoff football is it's not as nerve-wracking once you get into it. It's a lot like a roller coaster where it's like in the line, you're like, holy shit, dude. I'm about to get on this fucking roller coaster. Holy shit. And then once you're in it, at the beginning, you're like, holy shit. And then after that first drop, you're just like, whoa, I'm in it. Whoa, 2 more tails, holy shit. Like, it's like if you drop down pretty heavily in a roller coaster, if it goes back up a hill, you're not nearly as worried as you were up that first hill. So that's how it feels in playoffs where you're like all day, you're like, oh my God, dude, what if we
just get this shit?
What if we lose to the fucking Dolphins? And in that first quarter, you're like, oh, we need to get a lead. And then they start to score, and then the other team, and then you settle in, and you're like, okay, yeah, we're in a fucking game now.
That's how it was with the Ravens. We were ahead the whole time, and the Ravens were like, hey, what if we stuck around? And the Chiefs were like, yeah, cool.
You can have it.
Yeah, the first half was awful.
Yeah.
I think, as Chiefs fans, I still can't shake.
You were starting to get worried.
I still can't.
Holy shit, we've got fucking pre-week 16 Chiefs.
Yeah, I still can't shake the feelings that I get from having watched 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018 Chiefs.
Christmas Day Chiefs.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
it's like it's happening again. Like,
yeah,
I've seen this.
It was like, holy shit, our offense can't move the ball again.
It's like I've seen this game before.
And especially once the double pass happened, I know handlers reading chat said like, "Oh, the double pass was so fun. It was so crazy." I don't think the double pass was that good of a trick play.
It was. The Chiefs weren't tricked. They had the first target, Kittle, triple covered, and then I don't remember which lineman it was for the Niners, but
the center was downfield.
Yeah,
And
that's not
somebody
even what I really care
and
about.
somebody else held. Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the linemen made a crazy play, like a jumping block on Nick Bolton just to get him unsteady off of his feet, because Bolton also had the CMC pass read.
Yeah.
But then the Niners lineman like made a superhero human diving block.
Yeah.
Just to, like, offset Nick Bolton's feet just enough so that he didn't demolish CMC catching that ball.
Yeah.
So,
but
and as a Chiefs and K-State fan, it's like, fuck, I swear trick plays always work on us.
And that was the one touchdown the 49ers scored. No, sorry, they did score another touchdown. Sorry.
They did?
I said that thing earlier.
Yes, they did.
Because the score was tied, the Chiefs kicked 4 field goals and scored 1 touchdown. The Niners scored 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
And missed the PAT. That's right. Yeah, kickoff. Oh, yeah. Also, Hannah Learns to Read said this earlier. Imagine all those idiots that said they should remove kickers and take the field goal out of the game.
I don't think anybody said take the field goal out of the game, but I think taking the kickoff, and this year was a great example.
No, people have definitely said remove kickers. Because when what's his face misses the kick for Buffalo, they're like, kickers shouldn't be part of the game. The game shouldn't come down to kicking.
That is dumb.
It is dumb.
But while I'm not for that, I am a pro doing something different about the kickoff. Because what we saw...
Kickoffs, yeah, just no returns.
No returns. I don't even think a single one landed in the field of play.
Yeah.
I feel like every single kick was out the back of the end zone. I think it's time to do something different.
I'm
time
glad
to have a little more fun again.
I'm glad Tobe has finally abandoned the kick it a little bit shorter to force him to return.
I like the XFL rule. Have you seen that one?
It's like they have the options, right?
Well, so it's like it would be like the 49ers line up on the 20, and then the Chiefs line up on like the 30 or the 25. The kicker kicks it.
And no one can move until the ball's caught, right?
Yes, and nobody moves till the ball's caught, and then it happens. That's great. That's fun. It's still the same thing as the kickoff, but it encourages, and they like, if you get a touchback, it's like, or I think they still encourage the touchback.
But it's like to the 15 or something.
Yeah. Move the touchback back to the 20, and then do the rule change, and then let's see what happens.
20 in college, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's also 25 in college. I think college is the first one to go to 25.
Yeah. So
normal touchbacks are still the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really love the kickoff. I wouldn't really care if it disappeared, honestly.
Speaking of special teams, your scrote, Richie James, got fucking demolished.
Dude, he had no chance on any of his dang returns. The fact that he got a yard on one of those was impressive to me.
He had a chance on one of them. One of them, they way out kicked his coverage.
Yeah, but that was the one where the TV went off, so we didn't see the return.
That was true. Yeah, and he got like 5 yards.
He got like 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know. Just not a great return.
Shout out to Chris
also
Conley.
Dropped one and picked it up. Holy
That's true.
Shit.
Shout out to Chris Conley having the greatest special teams punt coverage day I've ever seen in my entire life.
And also really like a great wide receiver day too. He showed up exactly how he wanted to show. You could tell he was motivated. It was one of those things where like, oh, Chris Conley's on this team. And then Chris Conley showed up so much that
got his
like,
name.
Holy shit, Chris Conley is mad. I forgot about Chris Conley and the fact that he might be mad.
I didn't even know he was still in the league.
We're watching my cat slowly walk across the room.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was still in the league.
New cat tomorrow.
You are officially getting the new cat?
Tomorrow.
New terrorist. Yay.
Yes. You'll get to see the new cat probably. New cat will probably be on stream a fair amount.
What if you get a yell cat that we just hear all the time?
I've got a yell cat, dog.
That one does not yell like Percy yells.
She yells though.
Yeah,
She
but
has her bad
not
days.
like all the time though. Is what I'm saying.
That's
What if you get one of those talkative cats?
No cat. New cat. Let's go.
But yeah, Chris Conley was like, "Hey, I'm an NFL veteran. I belong in the
will give
league."
the cat
And we're like, "Chris Conley, please stop."
Yeah, I just know there's some twisted T's on the other side.
It's just funny that
New cats with the new cat gang.
you know who Chris Conley can come right back to the Chiefs. I'd love to have his wide receiver 3.
Oh, I'd love to have Chris Conley back. Yeah, absolutely.
He played
Him
very
or
well.
Byron Pringle. We need somebody like that. We need a DeMarcus Robinson type.
As crazy as that is to say, do you think
We need a DeMarcus Robinson type that catches the ball like Byron Pringle or like Chris Conley.
I know MVS's contract is up after this year.
Cut.
Do you think that MVS has the humility enough to restructure his contract down to much less money than he's making.
The Frank Clark situation, everybody's like, well, we're definitely cutting Frank Clark, and then they just restructure his deal, and everybody's like, all right.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it'd be hard not to, right? I think you had, MVS had, 300 yards during the season?
And then, 150 in the playoffs?
Yeah. I don't think there's any way Chris Conley, or MVS goes, oh, yeah, I killed it. I should make $10 million.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably not. Speaking of wide receivers, though, Truman, I'm going to give you your segment here. Go ahead.
Was it, Owen, a question I want to ask for you. Is a Super Bowl ring worth swapping a 7th round pick for a 6th round pick?
Yes. Yes, it is. Why do you ask?
Oh, just because we happened to be able to add the guy who, in the Super Bowl last night, Patrick Mahomes had a perfect passer rating while throwing the ball to.
Man, this guy sounds pretty good. I hope he's not my scrote.
He caught the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, the walk-off.
He did.
Didn't bobble it even.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
No, I'm just kidding. He did not.
I'm hoping the Bengals pick a 1-year, $10 million fully guaranteed deal this offseason with him. With MVS, good.
You got him, bro.
All you, buddy. Yep.
Yeah, McCole Hardman. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Marquez Valdez Scantling had 315 yards this season, by the way.
Jones?
Oh. Chris Jones is not. No. Chris Jones is not signing a $10 million deal. Yes. Owen, one clink.
For McCole Hardman?
For McCole Hardman, please. Thank you.
Are you pulling up stats right now?
No. Do you want me to? I could.
I do want to see McCole Hardman's end of the year stats versus MVS's.
So MVS had 315 yards. There's no way McCole Hardman's anywhere close. 124. He had 1/3 of his yards.
In the Super Bowl, he was the second leading wide receiver, right?
Number 1 leading wide receiver. Wide receiver.
Oh.
He was behind Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I meant receiver, sorry. But yeah, the number 1 wide receiver, obviously.
If I told you that McCole Hardman had 18 more yards than Rashee Rice, you would say that Rashee Rice Dre Greenlawed himself.
Yeah, it had just a terrible.
Also, I'm so sorry to Dre Greenlaw, dude. That
does suck.
That sucks so bad.
Just being amped to run onto the field and tearing your Achilles, and it especially sucks because
did anybody confirm what it was?
I think they video confirmed his ACL tear.
Their Achilles tear.
Yeah,
somebody saw the pop.
Yeah, which sucks because injuries in the Super Bowl are worse than any other injury because it affects next season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're basically out the whole year next year.
Yeah, and as a Jamal Charles lover, you're not the same after an Achilles tear, unfortunately.
Damn. Once Dre Greenlaw went down, Owen Burks filled in for him. Here's how he did in coverage. 9 targets, 9 catches allowed, 1 touchdown, 134.7 passer rating when targeted. Damn, that sucks.
That's brutal. A lot of the plays, though, that the Chiefs drew up, nobody is stopping, though. Unless you know what's coming. They ran a lot of short slants into action.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm still looking to see.
The Achilles tear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm just looking to see anybody say something.
But yeah, hey, shout out to McCole. He had a really good game. Everyone at the party clowned me when he caught that big deep ball. Even though we didn't end up scoring on that drive, which is hilarious. But also, if I ever hear
I'm pretty much sure it's the Achilles, yeah.
If I ever hear any of you people ever put George Kittle in the same conversation as Travis Kelce ever again, your ball knowledge is 0. Dude had 2 catches for 4 yards.
Very much like Patrick Mahomes' only conversation should be with Tom Brady. Do not talk to me about Joe Burrow. Do not talk to me about Josh Allen. Do not talk to me about Lamar Jackson. Do not talk to me about Justin Herbert. I don't want to hear anybody. Anything. Anybody right now cannot be compared to Patrick Mahomes. Same way that no tight end right now should be being compared to Travis Kelce.
That's 2 Super Bowls in a row, by the way, with George Kittle 4-yard performances.
He outran Warner in the second half. Yeah. Travis Kelce, I will say I think they load managed him a lot more this year.
Absolutely.
But he ran the fastest he's ran in the last 7 seasons in the Super Bowl.
On that catch in the
On
overtime.
that catching, no. At the end.
No, yeah, at the end of the fourth quarter, yeah.
I thought that was a touchdown.
I thought he had a chance.
The camera work did that a couple times where it was just like, is he gone? And then like somebody shot up, you're like, nah. All right.
Well, on that Mahomes scramble where he directed Rasheed Rice, if Rasheed Rice would have picked up that block, it was going to be close. It was going to be close. Maybe not gone, but that he was the last guy.
Yeah.
But obviously, Fred Warner's hawking him down. I can't wait for the mic'd up. Who do you think's mic'd up?
Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and maybe L'Jarius Sneed.
Yeah, I was thinking Sneed or McDuffie.
It's probably 2 and 2. Ooh. Honestly, I don't think either of them would be a good mic.
What about the George Karlaftis angle?
No way. George Karlaftis, also a bad mic'd up guy. Oh, you know who'd be great to mic up?
Mike Dana?
No.
Mike Pennell?
No.
In the defense?
Yeah.
Drew Tranquil?
No. Oh, you know what? Not a bad one.
Nick Bolton?
No.
Willie Gay?
You're just working your way through the defense. Willie Gay was the right answer. But I could see how you just started to work your way down. The line, and then into the linebacker. If I would have said no, you would have gone Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams,
Leo Chenal,
Mike Edwards, Justin Reed, Brian Cook.
There was a couple times they showed a player that I just
Kamari Connors?
did not know who they were. Who's 36?
On the Chiefs team?
Yeah, it's like a DB. I don't know.
It had to have been 35 Jalen Watson.
That
happened. Somebody was like, "Who the fuck is?" He's like, "Who was covering that guy? Is 35 Mike Edwards?" I was like, "No, that's Jalen Watt." They were like, "Why is?" Somebody was like, "Why is Mike Edwards covering that guy?" Yeah, number 35 Mike Edwards, and I was like, "That's Jalen Watson. He's a cornerback. He should be covering that wide receiver." He was like, "Oh, okay, that's fair."
I'm just glad our defense doesn't drop linemen in coverage anymore.
I mean, Nick Bolton was covering Zay Flowers.
That's fine.
Literally 2 weeks.
That's much better than Tom Bahali guarding Antonio Brown.
Oh, that makes me sick. Yeah, we don't have a 36. Okay, yeah, it had to have been 35.
Yeah, it must have been then.
Yeah,
that makes sense though because his jersey was rumpled up because he was sitting down.
Yeah, and a 6 turns into a 5 fairly easily, especially on a jersey.
Right. Yeah, because a 6 is like.
All right, another Super Bowl win. What jersey are you adding?
Like, my next jersey purchase, McDuffie.
McDuffie.
Mm-hmm. I stalled on my DB last time, and then he went to the Saints.
I thought about getting McDuffie, but I don't.
I don't
want to get the same jersey.
I just think that's a ball. Like we're
I
kind of.
I signed whichever Chiefs player on defense they re-sign.
Yeah, I think
because I have no defense players besides Derek Thomas.
Yeah,
and so whoever they sign between L'Jarius Sneed or Chris Jones, I think I get that. I get that jersey.
I only have.
It's tough. It's tough buying the jersey after a big contract.
Yeah.
Well, you have Nick Bolton.
Yeah, and I have a Watkins, and I have a
Watkins. Yeah.
Don't forget, I have a Le'Veon Bell.
Oh my God! Why did you get a Le'Veon Bell?
Because in that offseason, when the first time that he was rumored to join the Chiefs, I was like, "Holy shit! If the Chiefs sign him, I'm buying him because Le'Veon Bell is like my favorite running back of all time." And then he joined the Chiefs, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna follow up on my promise that I made the year before."
Oh my God! Dude.
So I have a Le'Veon Bell Chiefs jersey. That's a wild one. I'd never wear it.
Would you give me just a top off?
Yeah, and then I have Byron Pringle, of course.
Everybody got my Felix jersey before he's an All Pro next season. Absolutely, I got my Felix jersey right here. I'm sorry, I won't speak for Owen. Owen buys the real jerseys, which are dog shit now. I only get my jerseys from DH Gate from China, and my jerseys always come stitched and are really nice.
Yeah, well, Truman and I have very different interactions with DH Gate. My Derek Johnson jersey, which is like the shittiest shit anyone's ever seen, was also from DH Gate.
I am worried. Somebody was ordering one from DH Gate recently. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been the Mishlers.
And they got a really shit one?
No, it was somebody else. Ugh, fuck. Somebody else was getting one from DH Gate, and they're like, should it be $20? And I was like, yeah, that's about how much they cost. And they're like, okay, but like I forget. It's the same thing. So, this is a roundabout thing. But it's one of those things where like I'm online enough where like you see something and you're like, okay, that's a scam. You're like that. I've seen something where you're like, okay, the way they're talking, the way they're doing. It's like being on Tinder and you like see something enough, or
You're like, this is
that's
a bot.
scam. Yeah,
You're like, this isn't a real person.
right.
Yeah. Well,
like,
yeah.
Like Tina and one of her friends got like scammed out of like $100 for like a Switch. And it was like, yeah, sometimes if something's too good of a deal and they're being weird about it and they won't meet you up and they want to give the Venmo payment, at some point you go, yeah, no, okay, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
And so I worry about that with like I feel like I could spot bad jerseys on DHgate.
Mm-hmm.
So I worry if somebody's like just like letting somebody loose and be like, yeah, DHgate, just buy a jersey.
Yeah, I mean, I had a Salvador Perez jersey that never came in from DHgate.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like, $13.
This jersey I ordered, and like DHgate would not let me like sign into my account anymore, and like I couldn't reset my password and I couldn't do all this stuff, and I was like, I'm fucked. I was like, they scammed me and then just like deleted my account. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I have no, like, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, damn, I got scammed out of $25. That sucks.
And then your jersey showed up.
And then like a month and a half later, there's just a jersey sitting on the front porch. I was like, oh. Big bows on me. I got scammed for whiskey this year. It happens. Damn, that sucks. Sorry, buddy.
You know who else got scammed? All of you 49ers fans. Lol.
Dude.
Lol. Shout out.
Sorry. Also, this DHgate, when I ordered it from China, they were like, do you want to put, like, beginning of this season, buying the Felix jersey, they're like, do you want the Super Bowl patch on it from last year? And I was like, he wasn't on this team. Why would I? Could you imagine having Felix Anudike with Super Bowl 57?
That would be really weird.
That would be so funny. So, no. But,
yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I just said 49ers got scammed. Lol.
You're getting us back on track.
Shout out to Marshawn Lynch walking around to everybody.
Fuck you.
And just telling 49ers fans, fuck you.
I wanted to play that. I want to play the full, like, minute 20 audio into it. It's so funny.
It really is funny.
If you guys haven't heard this, just listen. So Marshawn Lynch, for context, is just walking around like a Vegas casino and looking for people wearing 49ers jerseys. Obviously, Marshawn Lynch, not only did he play for the Seahawks, also played for the Raiders, who also, and I think is maybe from Oakland.
He is from Oakland.
I think he's just like Marcus Peters, also from Oakland. And it's like, he just like hates, so he hates 49ers fans like twofold. It would be like me if I played for also like the Cardinals, whenever, like the Arizona Cardinals, when they would play the St. Louis Rams. I'd say, fuck you, for a lot of reasons. Here's a minute 15 of Marshawn Lynch telling people "fuck you" in a Vegas casino.
Fuck you. Fuck you, you little ugly motherfucker. You a Niner fan?
Yes, sir.
Fuck you. Are you a 49er fan?
Yes, I am.
Fuck you.
Hey, my son.
Are you a 49er fan?
Absolutely.
Fuck you.
There's some people that are pretty good sports about it.
Most people are good sports about it.
That like just can't take it.
Are you a 49er fan? Fuck you.
Yeah, most people are laughing about it. Most people are good fans.
Also, it helps to be Marshawn
Are
Lynch.
you a
What are you
49er
gonna?
fan?
Are you gonna fight Marshawn Lynch?
Fuck you. Excuse me. 49er man. 49er man. 49er man. 49er man. 49er man. Are you a 49er fan?
Yes, sir.
Fuck you. 49er fan. Fuck you.
Pretty funny.
Okay. Yeah. So there's your whole thing. So Hannah Lernsbury says, still can't believe a team who put up 9 points on a team that gave up 70 won the Super Bowl. It is crazy the times that we are in.
Life sure is sweet, huh?
It just this team yada 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 the regular season. It was so weird. Life is good for the KC boys. This is okay. So
That's pretty awesome.
we said this after the AFC Championship game, and I'll say it here again. I just want to reiterate that there will be a time where Patrick Mahomes has retired, and Andy Reid has retired, and the team will probably go back to being just another NFL team. But you have to soak in these moments, because one day you'll be a 90s Cowboy fan in 2024, right?
Yeah.
is in 2060.
Right.
I will be. In 2054. Let's make the math easy on me. I will be 57.
Yep.
Damn, I'm 27 now. That's crazy.
Old idiot.
I gotta be.
Imagine
I
being
gotta get more
27.
famous so then I can kill myself and then join the 27 club. The 27 club. It's famous. It's like
You're allowed to
Kurt
join the
Cobain and
27
Mac
club
Miller
if you get famous enough so that I never have to work a day
You
again.
were gonna say fat. How dare you?
No, I wasn't.
I know.
If you join the 27 club, I get all your money. Thank you.
There's like 3 or 4 people that would.
Steam is opening up.
Oh no!
right now.
No. Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're
no.
pressing every single button.
Oh, no.
Launching GTA 5.
GTA 5 is launching right now. Please do not. X out. X out. X out. Don't. 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 Oh no! There it goes. Holy shit!
Right click. Close. There you go.
Okay. Hopefully that's
Whew.
done. We'll see.
Truman sat on the keyboard.
No, I hit open GTA 5 on my Stream Deck because I was fidgeting with it as like a dummy. Okay. There would probably be a lot of people that be mad.
Imagine us defending Patrick Mahomes against the grandkids.
Right.
This guy is nowhere near as good as Mahomes was.
Right.
You don't
That's gonna be one of those
understand.
things. Like at one point, people say with like the Dallas Cowboys, it's like, well, oh, the Dallas Cowboys are here. I hope they brought their VHS tapes so they can watch their Super Bowl championships. They'll say that about the Chiefs. They'll be like, oh, the Chiefs fans are here. I hope they have all their cloud storage on their phone so they can watch the Super Bowl. And that'll be because they'll have some future technology that we can't even imagine right now.
I hope they brought their butt plugs for locking into their cranial nerve.
Yeah. It's
Neuralink.
Yeah, I'm about to say they can't even watch their Super Bowl championships on their Neuralink. Fucking trash.
Fucking olds.
They better boot up their PCs, idiots.
Olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to enjoy it while it's lasting.
Yeah,
and it's a fun time right now, and I'm going to the parade on Wednesday. Are you?
No.
You're
I have
not?
to work.
No!
Listen, I went to last year's parade. What really sucks, this year's parade, perfect weather. Good for you to get to go to. It's going to be like 60.
Well, yeah, I couldn't go to last parade because I had COVID, so I have to go to this one.
Imagine forgetting to upload Super Bowl 58 to your Neuralink, moron. Nice. Full visual range broadcast would be sick. Dude, I wish, like, that's what people always show with the VR goggles. Sorry, we're gonna go off topic one more time. People always show that about the VR goggles where, like, I remember some of the original stuff was like people sitting courtside at an NBA game watching it go. Like, that shit would be hype. And instead, all we get is, a little better porn, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, instead, you know what I'm saying. It's just, we get text messages while we walk, and you have to look like a dumbass fucking clicking and stuff. It's like, we should be able to sit in the third row of Arrowhead Stadium live to watch them play the Denver Broncos instead of having to watch it on my TV, right?
Yeah, I think that kind of stuff is definitely going to be the future, though, because all you need to do is they need to set up a camera.
Right.
And then technology just needs to be there for VR. Those tickets will sell.
Right. Let me access the Spider Cam. Let me be the Spider Cam through VR.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? You know how much money I would pay for that? I would pay what Sunday ticket costs now. Myself.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Just to lock in. I wouldn't even go to, like, could you imagine Red Zone? Oh my God, dude.
Red Zone would be crazy.
You would lose days. They could have me on a slow drip of just fucking NFL highlights. I would lose 10 hours and it'd feel like 10 minutes.
If you were, like, in the VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be pretty fun.
You lose your whole Sunday.
You could. Easily.
You can do it now, but you'll feel bad eventually. Like, eventually, your girlfriend will come and be mad at you for being on the couch still watching.
Yeah, and then you could have porn on the second monitor.
Yeah. Imagine during commercial breaks, I just click in and click out.
Oh, my God.
And then, yeah. So, I'm just saying. Imagine what VR could be. Instead, it's this.
Shout out to Harrison Butker, though.
What we're trying to say is shout out Harrison Butker. Shout out the Chiefs. It's like it's the Office quote, right? It's like, oh, I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before they're over. Guess what? Guess what, guys? We're in the good old days.
Did you see
now.
the Super Bowl odds, by the way, Truman?
And twitch.com/handler, twitch.tv/handlers read on the third monitor. That's funny.
Did you see the Super Bowl odds, by the way, for next season?
Yes, 49ers are like plus.
Plus
So-
450. They're plus 450.
I saw this on First Things First when I was watching Nick Wright earlier today. It was like, Niners were like plus. I thought I saw it at 375, and the Chiefs were like plus 650. It was like, Jesus.
No, the Chiefs are at plus 700, and the Niners are at plus 450.
Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know what we're doing.
You're overthinking it. Everybody's standing too close. They're missing the forest for the trees right now.
Well, and Vegas lost an ass load of money on the Super Bowl too.
Not an
With
ass
65% of the money came in
A-
on the Chiefs.
load. A lot of the big bets were on the Niners, though.
Really?
And what I will say is that people that are able to bet $2 million on the Super Bowl, if they lose that, they will still bet probably next week. If you can have a bunch of little people win small bets and get them hooked for life, if you can hook 1 million people on betting and piss off the 10 people that will still bet next week, I think Vegas would do that.
Yeah, I guess.
And it was still like, and also there's a bunch of Niners futures that they didn't want to have to pay out either.
Right.
Because people stopped betting the Chiefs futures, except for us. You're welcome.
We did, yeah. Truman convinced me on New Year's Day to place the Chiefs Super Bowl odds at plus 1,000.
Yeah.
And that was my big bet.
$10. You bet $10?
Yeah, 10 to win 100.
You won $100. I won. Because the Chiefs did the FanDuel did the thing where if you bet the $50, you get the $5 back. I bet $50 on that on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I didn't sell that one. I put $20 back on it at plus 950. I sold that one before the Super Bowl, but for $90 just so I could lock in a profit. I kept the $50 one. That one hit, which means now on FanDuel I am positive all time.
Are you serious?
Yes. I don't know if I posted. I don't know if I posted it or I did post in Big Bet Boys. I don't know if you saw it, but here I'll show it to you. I have now bet $4,298.23 total lifetime, and I've won $4,321.35.
Just a normal hobby there, boys. A normal hobby.
I'm positive 23-12.
I'm still up.
But I said that's a lot of weekends of just betting like $70 over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
I'm still up, obviously, like
We had a
$250.
We had a friend that bet $3,000 on one bet this year
on a season bet, and he sweated it.
Makes like what we make.
Yeah, and he sweated it.
Yeah,
and won, but sweated it.
Their contracts are all set on the Niners. That's fair. If maybe they're betting that the Chiefs, because the Chiefs are going to have Chris Jones and Legarius.
Also though, it's also,
and we don't know who's going to be playing wide receiver next year for the Chiefs.
Well, also I think they're just
we know one person.
0 for 4 on your 100-unit bets. Sheesh.
Jesus.
Ugh, that's tough.
That sucks.
But
it doesn't help.
I think it's also because the NFC is just weak. Like, the NFC is just super weak, and the Niners are the best team in the NFC.
Oh my gosh.
Like, when I say top,
that is true. The AFC
when I say
has
top,
all the good quarterbacks.
when I say top 5 quarterbacks, are any of them in the NFC?
No, not the top 5.
So
Top
top 5, no
five.
particular order. Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Lamar.
That's got to be your top 4, no matter what.
Yeah.
I will hear plenty of arguments for number 5. Maybe. I know a couple of people that would like to put Jordan Love at number 5.
Well, CJ Stroud's there though.
I would say CJ. Would you put Jordan Love behind CJ Stroud?
They're both essentially rookies.
Essentially, yeah. Stafford number 5.
I don't know if he had good enough of a year.
What is he the only other active quarterback that's starting that's won a? Well, I guess Aaron Rodgers will have won a Super Bowl.
It's Wilson, Rodgers.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Yeah, it's Wilson, Rodgers, Stafford, and Flacco.
Well, Flacco's not going to be a starter.
Yes, but those are the only active quarterbacks left that have won a Super Bowl.
That's honestly crazy.
Garoppolo, if you count him, but
we've witnessed the changing of the guard. I don't know if anybody's realized that, but the changing of the guard happened in 2019. I know Tom Brady still won a Super Bowl, but that was really it, right? When Mahomes won that MVP, that was the beginning of the new age with the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mahomes happened, and everybody realized that they needed to catch that really quick.
Well, and I think quarterbacks have gotten a lot more mobile.
Yeah.
Like Josh Allen, rushing yards leader. Lamar Jackson obviously is Lamar. Burrow's still mobile. Mahomes is mobile when he needs to be. Right. But all these new quarterbacks, the prototype, Stroud, Love, even Baker at times. Baker's still kind of more part of the old guard. But,
Baker runs.
But all these starting quarterbacks that you see, like Danny DeVito, I guess, Trevor Lawrence, they're all quick.
You'll never see a top 5 quarterback that probably rushes for under 200 yards or rushes for under 100 yards for sure.
Yeah.
But like every quarterback's gonna have like 150 from here on out. And
I-
like if you look at Tom Brady's stats, I bet he might have no seasons over 150. But if he does, he might have like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I just don't think you're going to see a true pocket passer anymore. I think with the way the defenses manipulate the line and how much people blitz now, you can't have an immobile quarterback.
Let's see, rushing yards, none over 150. He had 3 seasons over 100.
That's wild.
His top 3 seasons: 110, 109, 102. You will never have that again. You will never have a top 5 quarterback that rushes for under 100 yards, right? Like all those guys we mentioned. Let's say, God, who probably has the? Let's look at Joe Burrow. I'd say Joe Burrow probably runs the fewest out of all those people. Joe Burrow in seasons that he's completed: 257, 142, 118.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And if Joe Burrow is the least...
Actually, sorry, he didn't even complete that 142 season.
Yeah. If Joe Burrow is the least mobile out of all those guys, like...
Trevor Lawrence might even be a little low.
Well, that's because he also doesn't have an O-line, so I'm not super
no
critical.
O-line helps you run more.
Do you think Will Levis is the starter in Tennessee going forward?
Yeah. He's got one more year. Wow. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is a great example of that. You would not, in no world do you think, oh, Trevor Lawrence, he's a runner. He's kind of a dual option guy. 291, 334, 339. You're never going to have it again.
No,
you're
it's
never going to
not.
have somebody that is a top quarterback that rushes for under 100 yards.
Yeah.
Tom Brady did it 3 times in his career.
I'm
He
sure
never
Drew
rushed for over 110.
I'm sure Drew Brees and Manning's numbers are not much higher either.
No.
Phillip Rivers certainly not.
I bet Drew Brees' numbers are sneaky. Just like Alex Smith's numbers are probably sneaky.
Well, Alex Smith was a mobile quarterback in high school.
Alex Smith was a mobile quarterback until he broke his leg. Drew Brees, sorry. I'm sorry for including him. Drew Brees had 1 season over 100 yards.
I was going to say.
He was actually
Not no rusher.
This is funny. All right, Owen, he had 1 season over 100 yards. How many seasons did he have for under 0 yards?
Negative rushing yards?
For a whole season.
4.
4 is correct.
Holy shit. He got sacked that many times?
No, he just ran backwards.
Well, it's got to be a sack, though.
Maybe they were still counting him back then, but they don't count him anymore as that. So I don't think so.
Maybe Niels?
Niels is a good one. Rodgers
I can't
used to
imagine
run.
him.
I think I'm going to look up Rodgers' numbers to get the same thing. Where it's like Rodgers is like... All right, let's look up advanced rushing for Rodgers. Okay, you know what, Rodgers... Okay, Rodgers did all right. You're right. 369, 356. He had 4 seasons over 300.
Used to run.
I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers. I was not familiar with your game. Shout out Brock Purdy.
Jenkins. Who's Jenkins?
Buddy in the Big Bad Boys chat.
Oh.
How many yards did Brock Purdy rush for?
Is he a Niners fan or something?
I think so.
Tough.
Brock Purdy rushed for 144 yards this year.
He's not that mobile. But he didn't start the whole year.
Yeah. If you're under 100, you're like...
Well, yes, he did. He started the whole year.
You're a big old. Yeah, he did.
He's kind of an old.
He bet over rushing yards on Brock. So dumb. It's the same people that bet Brock Purdy anytime touchdown scorer. It's like Brock Purdy has scored 2 rushing touchdowns all year.
Oh, he did kneel to the under at the end of the...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, because he had like, the over was like 12.5, and he had like 13.
Oh, that'd make me sick. Well, that's like...
I thought
that was like the Chiefs.
I thought they changed the way that yards work specifically so that thing doesn't happen.
Not for Niels, no. But that was like the Chiefs Niners the first game where Mahomes kneeled it out.
Yep.
And he was like running like 6 yards and 7 yards backwards to kneel it just to kill more time.
That was crazy.
And people lost because he lost like 15 yards in the last 3 plays.
Yeah, that was crazy. The cat just meowed, so Truman's looking at me, but not loud enough for the mics to pick it up. I guess yeah. Well, it feels weird that NFL season's over, but you know what? Season's just kicking up, Truman. That's to get into the hype end.
Hockey.
No, soccer, but Tottenham Hotspur.
Here, pour me a little bit of champagne in this so I don't have to clink a dry glass. Are they 5th in table again?
4th.
Aston Villa didn't play this week?
Nope, they lost to United.
They lost? Nice.
Yep. Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
All right. Okay. Give cat treat. We will. I promise I will give. I'll send you a personal video on Snapchat. Give cat a treat. All right. Oh, and I got a good top 5. I'm not going to put it up on the screen.
It's fine.
This is me showing the 5, so that way Truman knows when he goes to clip this and add chapters. This is top 5 time, Truman. Got it. All right. Cool. Good visual cues. Oh, Lucy's in the chat. R.I.P. to Lucy. Honestly.
Lucy died. Oh, shit.
Sucks.
Went to the big. What do they say for
Cross the Rainbow Bridge?
What do they say for cats though? Because it's like
Cross the Rainbow Bridge. That's a cool cat.
Yeah, but it's like the big kitchen drawer in the sky.
What do they say for the dog?
The big
dog park in the sky. Is that what you're gonna say?
What?
He lives on in the emo.
Immortal. Cheers to the cat.
Just like the Keck W guy.
Oh yeah, he's dead too, isn't he?
I think so.
What's your top 5, Truman?
Top 5 players that should have won MVP last night. Top 5 Super Bowl MVPs last night.
Are we including Niners players?
No, of course not.
Just Chiefs.
Well, a losing player hasn't won MVP in like 50 years.
Can losing players win MVP?
Yes, there's no rules against who can and can't. But I have a very interesting thought about it. So
okay.
That's why I'm interested here.
My phone's upstairs, so I'll have to go off the top of my dome.
There's a couple points I want to make about it.
Okay.
I could go first if you want me to.
No, I got it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Number 5, my scrote, McCole Hardman.
Only number 5?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Number 4 is Chris Jones. Number 3, Trent McDuffie. Number 2 is Harrison Butker.
You did the right thing. That's what I wanted to talk about.
And number 1, Leo Chenal. Forced a fumble, blocked a point after attempt.
Owen, who won Super Bowl MVP?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that would be my number 1.
Why is he on your list of people who should have won it if Mahomes was on the list? I
thought
we were excluding Mahomes.
No, we weren't.
Okay, I have to retool. Number 5, Trent McDuffie. Number 4, Leo Chenal.
No.
Number 3, McCole Hardman. Number 2, Harrison Butker. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Why did that shuffle your whole order?
Because it was important.
Fair enough. And we can talk about this right after this. All right, number 5, Travis Kelce. 94 yards.
9 catches was a lot, wasn't it?
It's a lot. It's a lot. Leading receiver on the winning team. Always should be mentioned. Number 4, McCole Hardman. McCole Hardman. It's crazy to me that if McCole Hardman would have caught the other touchdown, like the MVS touchdown, we would start to have a conversation about.
Like if that route was to McCole?
Yeah. Like if the Niners would have won, do you know who Super Bowl MVP is?
Jennings.
It had to be Juwan Jennings, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no way you'd give it to Brock Purdy.
No, never. And you'd hear arguments for CMC, but he didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Because his big play came from Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, right. It was a pass. McCall Hardman, number 4. Number 3, Trent McDuffie.
Mm-hmm.
Trent McDuffie. God. So close.
All pro.
I needed that pick. I needed a pick 6.
I needed that pick too. But my Super Bowl bet paid for all those, so whatever.
Number 2, Harrison Butker. And this was really a conversation. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. The talk I really wanted to have was about Harrison Butker. Like, let's say the Chiefs stop the Niners and Harrison Butker goes down and kicks the game-winning field goal in overtime. I think give it to Harrison Butker.
Yeah, because at that point,
five field goals and the longest field goal in the history of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and 2 extra points. No, 1 extra point.
1 extra point.
We only scored the 1 touchdown. Oh, because they
counted
didn't.
for
Because
13 of the if the Chiefs would have been able to kick the field goal to win, he would have counted for 13 of the Chiefs' 20. Hold on, that doesn't make sense. He would have counted for 16 of the Chiefs' 22 points. Hell, he still accounted for 16 of the Chiefs.
no, because
He still accounted for 13 of the Chiefs' 25 points.
yeah,
He had over half of the points last night. Shout out Harrison Butker. You put Harrison Butker.
he did not miss a extra point the whole season, and he only missed 3 field goals, and they were long ones.
I'm a tweet clickbait you. Harrison Butker is a top blank kicker all time.
Put him 4.
Well, he's actually. We talked about this on Grub Buds, oddly enough. He's made the most field goals in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and Handler's
Top
reset, and
20
people still
kicker.
want to get rid of kicking. It's ridiculous.
No, we're in the golden age of kicking right now.
Yeah, though I would say bring it in perspective. I'd say your top 15. I think there's guys like Goskowski, there's the Mortensen,
Janikowski.
Janikowski, Tucker.
Tucker's number 1.
Right. But like he's not quite there yet. He needs a little bit more longevity because all those guys played for like Vinatieri, Suckup, all those guys that played.
Don't put Suck Up in your top
the-
anything, dude.
They all played for a billion years.
Vinatieri is probably number 2.
Mortensen, Goskowski.
Vinatieri's number 2.
Steven Goskowski's got to be up there.
Goskowski. That's one of those where, maybe, but maybe he was just on a lot of good Patriots teams.
That means he scored a lot of points still.
Yeah, but he wasn't a great kicker.
Let
me look up Steven Goskowski before I speak ill on Steven Goskowski.
Well, then Seabass as well. You got to put him up there. Mortensen. obviously.
Seabass is another one that, again, funny, great story, chunky.
He was a
big
beast.
leg,
He was a beast.
but he wasn't good at kicking. He wasn't consistent.
I don't know.
Goskowski, goddamn.
I know he kicked a lot of stuff.
No, I'm looking at how little things he kicked.
I don't know.
He was an All-Pro 3 times.
All pros don't mean anything to me.
They should as a kicker.
L'Jarius Sneed wasn't an all pro. I don't trust these people's opinions.
Well, that's true. Who else was I going to look up? Oh, I want to look up Janikowski's.
You can look up field goal percentage.
Janikowski kicked for 18 years.
Yeah, they kicked for a billion years.
He was second team All-Pro 1 time.
Once again, all pros do not matter.
The year he stopped drinking. No. He made the most field goals in 2010 and didn't get a single. He
Yeah,
also
exactly.
attempted the most field goals, to be fair. Kicked a 63-yarder.
See?
Oh, that was the year he got All-Pro second team.
Yeah, I don't care about awards. These people are journalists doing this. I don't respect them. Their opinions suck.
Harrison Butker didn't get an All-Pro nomination at all this year.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Doesn't matter.
I'm not sure. He's never been an All-Pro or a Pro Bowler.
Well, because
that
Justin Tucker's
that makes me fucking sick.
Justin
That makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, just Justin Tucker automatically.
Yeah, but still, no, it wasn't even him this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes me sick.
But yeah, I'd say top 15.
Top 15. Okay.
Because there's a lot of old guys that kicked a lot. But
Career field goals made. Career field goal percentage. All right, let me click on these.
click on some links in chat.
Let me click on some links in chat.
What if it's Chinese spyware?
It'd be crazy to see his balls right now. Oh my god, I cannot read that. You know what? We're just gonna take your word on this one. Okay.
Do we?
All right, top percentages. Justin Tucker number 1. Harrison Butker number 2 all time. That's pretty.
Pinheiro, Younghoe Koo, Carlson, Boswell.
The 6 active leaders, the 6 leaders in field goal percentage all time are all active right now. We're in the golden age of kicking.
And Younghoe Koo got cut.
And Kaimi Fairbairn, active. Younghoe Koo is definitely did not get cut.
He got cut from the Chargers, did he not? Because look, it's 2017 and then 19 to 23.
Oh,
The Chargers cut him.
Like way back. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, the Chargers fucking cut him because they're stupid.
Yeah, and Fairbairn. I think Fairbairn got hurt or cut also, maybe. But yeah, Cammy Fairbairn is number 8 all time. That's just see, like I don't think any kicker in like Justin Tucker's the next kicker to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Like
gotta be.
if Vinatieri is already in, I'm pretty sure he is. If he's in, then I'm not sure Gostkowski gets in. I think Tucker gets in, and I think Harrison Butker, when it's all said and done, will have an argument.
When you don't miss
3 Super Bowl rings, longest one in the field goal, most Super Bowl field goals. As a kicker, you have to have things like that matter.
well, and
That's
no,
why Vinatieri went in.
no extra points missed this season. That's big.
Right. Justin Tucker is the only kicker that'll really go in based on his merits, where you're like, okay, he was the best kicker for so long. He was so good.
Right.
It's like
Yeah, and then once again, and people want to remove field goal kicking.
Vinatieri's eligible next year. Okay, Vinatieri, I believe, will be going in.
Yeah, me too. Can you believe Antonio Gates didn't get in first ballot?
Really?
Yeah, Antonio Gates is on the ballot this year and didn't get in.
Yeah, that blows my mind. That makes me sick.
Crazy. Antonio Gates consensus top 10. You know,
Yeah.
who you gonna take over Antonio Gates?
Uh,
Obviously Tony G, Kelsey, Gronk. Then
Yeah.
who?
Kellen Winslow, an argument.
Okay.
An all-timer.
Name 5 more. You gonna tell me Shannon Sharp?
I'd probably tell you Shannon Sharp.
He does not have the number, even close to the numbers Antonio Gates.
Greg
had.
Olson, maybe.
No.
No, I don't think.
Antonio Gates
so.
has
I think
monster numbers,
you
man.
make a great point. I'm just saying.
Still crazy.
All-time kicker. So Morton Anderson is in the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure. Adam Vinatieri is number 1. Morton Anderson's number 2.
Holy fuck! Do you see how many years he kicked for?
Who? Vinatieri?
No, Anderson.
And Vinatieri was
Like 24 years.
Yeah, he was the he was the OG really.
And Gary Anderson, like the same time frame, 82 to 04. That's wild.
Where's the next one? Wow, Matt Prater is the next one at number 12. Where the fuck is oh, there he is. Number 15 right now.
Mason Crosby, yep, he's good.
I mean, but Justin Tucker's going to kick again for another probably 10 years. Is this who's eligible next year? Well, Adam Vinatieri be first ballot next year. That would I think that would make me sick, right? Here's a question. Eric Berry, Hall of Famer?
No, unfortunately.
You're wearing his jersey and you're going to say that?
Chiefs Ring of Honor, though.
Luke Kuechly? Yeah, you're probably in. Earl Thomas is available next year?
Cha-ching.
I don't think Earl Thomas makes it. Not next year.
Marshawn?
Terrell Suggs is available?
Darren Sproles?
Darren Sproles won't get in. He'll go into the Hall of Very Good.
He'll get in then eventually.
No, I don't think so. Oh, Jay Ajayi.
No.
What is this? Oh, Legends score. So Luke Kuechly is top Legends score. Who the fuck is Marshall Yonda? I know that'll piss off a bunch of Baltimore Ravens fans. Oh, he's a guard. Okay.
Darren Sproles will probably get in, Truman.
Oh, Joe Staley gets in.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think Darren Sproles will probably get in, actually.
I don't know if Darren Sproles does get in.
Does Eli get in is the big question.
That is a huge question, is if Eli gets in. You put Eli in?
No.
I don't
Just
know.
because you beat Tom Brady twice, that means you get to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, the Hall of Fame.
Hey, Joe Burrow just beat Patrick Mahomes once in the playoffs, and he's a top 5 quarterback. Besides doing nothing outside of that. Tell me what else he's done.
He hasn't done anything else.
Tell me how many MVPs he's won. Tell me how many All Pros he's got.
I don't care about all pros, but
Well, tell me how many MVPs he's got.
none.
Tell me how many Super Bowl titles.
How many season-ending injuries?
How many passing titles does he have? We're not going to talk about injuries.
It matters.
Come on. I know.
His career is going to be a lot
the
shorter.
best ability is availability. We say it every year. Crazy Mahomes dislocated his knee and came back in the same season, won Super Bowl.
Twice.
What?
Didn't he do that the first time in Miami? Wasn't he playing on a hurt ankle?
That was the only time. Oh, no. Hurt ankle in Philly. Dislocated kneecap mid-season in the Miami one.
Lower leg
against
injury
the-
twice. The funny thing is, Well, hey, this is the first time we saw fully healthy Mahomes, and he had 400 yards of offense.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because he had turf toe. That's the other thing people forget about that Buccaneers Super Bowl. He had turf toe. He had surgery on it, in the offseason.
Many people are questioning Mahomes' longevity.
First ballot class next year. First ballot. Okay, first ballot's Luke
Staley,
Luke Kuechly, Joe Staley.
They probably Yonda gets in.
Maybe Vinatieri.
Just take those top 5. There you go.
I don't think so.
It's 5 each year, right?
I don't think. No. It's as many as gets in. Like it was 9 this year, I think. I don't think Earl Thomas gets in this round, and I don't know if Vinatieri or Lynch gets in this round. Or Clay Matthews. Clay Matthews would be an interesting question. Clay Matthews probably the Hall of Very Good.
I don't know.
Not a great class next year. What's 2026 look like? That's got to be. Oh, Manning's already in. I'm a moron. 2026. Let's look at the 2026 class. Eric Berry is available, by the way, so just something to think about. Marquise Pouncey. He might. Drew Brees. That's first ballot.
Larry
First ballot,
Fitzgerald.
unanimous. Larry Fitzgerald in.
Do they give Frank Gore it?
Gostkowski available
Do they give Frank
Gore?
Gore?
No, Steven Gostkowski's available that year.
Do they give Frank Gore the Hall of Fame because he played for 87 billion years?
Yeah, I think Frank Gore gets in. Oh, 2025 or 2026. One of my favorite questions, Owen.
Julian Edelman Hall of Fame.
Come on, do you see him? You see him?
Or Phillip Rivers.
Come on, it's Phillip Rivers. Does Phillip Rivers get in?
Wait, Kelechi Osemele, the Chiefs player?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a guard. Dontari Poe's been retired for that many years?
Alex Smith, Hall of Famer. I'll say it.
I wish. Hall of Very Good. Jordan Reed?
Des Bryant? Does Edelman?
Oh, Des Bryant is a great
Does
question.
Edelman get in?
Also, Edelman is like the Eli Manning of wide receivers.
The stats are worse than that.
Yeah, that's honest.
Fitzgerald.
That's an insult to Eli Manning.
Fitzgerald, obviously. Pouncey, obviously. Breeze, obviously.
Yeah, those Breeze and Larry Fitz are for sure first ballots, and Jason Witten a first ballot.
Truman, Pouncey's getting in.
Pouncey is probably a first ballot, but it's hard for a center.
Yeah, but he was
harder for
top.
a center.
He was top center for a long time.
Yeah, but
the fact that
one
both
Super Bowl?
Yeah, but the fact that both of us know who he is as for a lineman.
I guess. Frank Gore's maybe a first ballot, but probably
if Frank Gore gets I'll tell you this right now. Frank Gore is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. I will put you a good old $5 on it. No way.
No way first ballot?
No way.
There's no way to remember this.
Right.
Put it in your calendar. Put it in your calendar for Super Bowl of 2020. The last year's Super Bowl 2026. Put it in your calendar.
Okay. My phone's upstairs, so I'm going to forget.
2027 is crazy. All right, one more.
Last one.
I can't help myself but look. 2027. Adrian Peterson, Antonio Brown, Richard Sherman, Rob Gronkowski, Eric Weddle, Alex Mack, Le'Veon Bell, Gerald McCoy, Cam Newton, Andre Whitworth, Ben Roethlisberger. Holy shit.
Mitchell Schwartz,
Jimmy Graham. Damn, there's gonna be a lot of questions.
Richie Incognito. Do they put Mr. Racism in the Hall of Fame?
No, they don't put the number one bully of all time in the Hall of Fame. Mitchell Schwartz will be an interesting question.
Jimmy Graham.
It's easier to get in football than it is in like baseball or even like hockey.
Well, because baseball has 100 years of games.
Yeah.
And football's only got
baseball
50.
is all tradition, and they're all assholes about it. It's just okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
We're totally off baseball.
But yeah, baseball is the one where they're like, no, he hasn't been on the ballot long enough.
Yeah, but let's talk. Let's finish this up, guys. We really appreciate everybody for being here. Shout out the patrons, the Patreon members over at
Shut up.
Patreon.com. Oh, name one.
Joe.
Aaron.
Meltbox, Kansas City.
Opening soon in the Irish, by the way.
Dylan.
The closer we get, you have to say it. And Skylar's the last one.
I refuse. Once they're actually opening soon, I'll say it.
I told y'all Daddy Joe Flacco was going to win comeback player of the year.
Insane. It's most improved player of the year now.
He shouldn't have won it. I think Dahm, that's true, holds a firm line on Joe Flacco shouldn't have won comeback player of the year.
Nope.
Right?
Yeah.
Or DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, I mean, DeMar Hamlin almost died on the field. Joe Flacco. Okay, so it's this way.
Also, the fucking voters agree with us. DeMar Hamlin had the most first place votes.
I think it was an accident. I think it was an accident the way that it happened because
it was the people that didn't vote for DeMar Hamlin believe that he shouldn't be on it at all, right? If you don't think DeMar Hamlin is first for defying death and coming back, you certainly probably don't think he's second or third.
Yeah, I guess.
And people put he kind of got oh my god, he got Ralph Nadered.
Yeah.
Where Baker Mayfield got enough votes. He got 10 votes. And 10 first place votes.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco got 13. And then people just didn't put DeMar Hamlin on their ballot.
And DeMar Hamlin had like 40 first place votes, something.
What's also crazy if you look at like 4th place through 8th place, all of those people had like season-ending injuries last year and came back. And instead we got fucking
Baker came back from being bad.
Right.
And then
Baker
Joe Flacco
Mayfield
came back from being old.
Right. That's literally it. Yeah, I want to read this off for just so everybody real quick.
Closing thoughts.
Comeback player of the year. Okay. So, again, first place, Joe Flacco. Because he with 13 first place votes. DeMar Hamlin had 21, Baker Mayfield had 10. After that, number 4, Matthew Stafford. Season-ending injury, hurt all year. Number 5, Tua Tagovailoa, coming back from his
a billion
concussion.
CTEs.
Number 6, Brock Purdy, tore his UCL in the NFC Championship game. Number 7, Breece Hall, great season after coming back from an ACL injury. Calvin Ridley was suspended, but came back pretty well. Aaron Donald, I think, got hurt and came back, and then people put Lamar Jackson, who I guess also ended the season hurt last year, and Kyler Murray, who tore his ACL. All those people got votes, and they should have got votes. And instead, number 1 and number 3 were guys that came off. That Baker Mayfield was playing defensive line on the Panthers practice squad last year.
They had him playing D-line.
Yeah, there's like a picture of him like running scout D with his hand in the dirt. It's crazy.
That's wild.
And then Joe Flacco was just on his fucking couch, dude. It's so stupid. So dumb.
I mean,
Matthew, Elon Musk, Stafford, woo. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Flacco did come back off the couch, and led his team to the playoffs. Is cool, but DeMar Hamlin died on the field, man, and he went back on an NFL field.
We're on that line of thinking for Dom. That's true.
But what we're also thinking is thank you all.
Yes.
For tuning in.
That's most of what we're thinking.
Every
We're
week.
thinking that you guys should follow us on twitter.com/steammachine.
We're thinking that you should give us your overreactions for our overreaction special.
Yeah,
next week. Right? Next week?
Well, yeah, next week. Actually, next week we're gonna go back and regrade all the tier lists that we've made, and then the week after that we'll get your overreactions for the postseason and the free agency and draft.
And then the week after that we'll do all of them.
No, the week after that we'll maybe
talk about Tottenham.
I'd rather take a month off.
We're gonna do it. I'm gonna sneak it in there.
Come on, you Spurs! Come on, you Spurs!
We'll see you guys.